Okay, we will start from five, four, three, two, one. Please, Arwa.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
To the Honorable Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo as the World Zakat Forum Secretary General, to the Honorable Executive Secretary of the World Zakat Forum, Dr. Irfan Shauki Baik, to the Honorable Director of Zakat and Wakaf Empowerment, the Ministry of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Muhammad Fuad Nasar, to the honorable members of Commissioner of the National Board of the Zakat of the Republic of Indonesia, to all the honorable speakers of the World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium, and to all respected audience of the World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium. Welcome to the first annual World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium 2020. I, Arafila Ditya Sakta, today will serve you as your Master of Ceremony. Alhamdulillah, on this glorious day, Allah has blessed us by giving us the wonderful opportunity to gather here for the symposium. Even with the current pandemic, mashallah, we are all still very enthusiastic to gather here and share our knowledge with one another. The World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium is preliminary initiated by the World Zakat Forum Secretariat to bring together the youth Zakat professionals from the recent 38 World Zakat Forum member countries. The WZF Youth Symposium expects the young representatives, such as millennials of the WZF member countries, to be projected through the symposium, an international connection among the youth Zakat professionals. Thus, they may share their experiences and thoughts, which to a certain degree will drive the Zakat development within their respective countries. This year, the theme of the symposium is the role of millennials in the global Zakat movement. This theme is meant to establish a special platform for young Zakat professionals to advance their experiences through the sharing of information, to pioneer several keys of the Declaration of Youth Zakat Professionals upon the commitment of campaigning the role of Zakat worldwide, and initiating Youth Zakat Professional Association with several primary objectives to improve Zakat administration. Now, before we start, I would like to read the agenda for today. First of all, we will hear a Quran recitation from Arianta Rahmana of Surah At-Tawbah, ayat 103 till 105. Then, we will hear a short report from the Executive Secretary of the World Zakat Forum, Dr. Irfan Shauki Baik. This will be followed by a welcoming speech by the Director of Zakat and Wakaf Empowerment of the Ministry of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Muhammad Fuad Nasar. Then, this will be followed by an opening speech by the World Zakat Forum Secretary General, Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo. Then we will enter the main event, which is the first discussion on day one, which is youth as the driver of the global Zakat campaign. Then this will be followed by a session with the chairwoman of the World Zakat Forum of the Youth Symposium Committee, Ms. Hafiza Elvira Nofitariani. Then there will be closing remarks for day one. Now, moving on to our first agenda of the day, let us all open the event by listening to a Quran recitation from Arianta Rahmana. Arianta Rahmana is one of the selected youths who has accepted a scholarship from Basnas. He has received numerous awards during his time as a student. Several of the awards he has received are runner-up for Fahmil Quran at the national level, Best Graduate, and runner-up of MTQ competition. Now, to Arianta Rahmana, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Yeah, the Quran recitation
خذ
is
the
actually
meanings.
broadcasted on YouTube now. We are still
In the
waiting
name
until
of
it ends.
Allah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. The meanings. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم خذ من أموالهم صدقة تطهرهم وتزكيهم بها وصل عليهم
We are not hearing. We are not hearing over here.
صلاتك سكن لهم
Yeah, please, we still record it. It is actually online. You can hear it on YouTube,
والله
sir.
سميع عليم. ألم يعلموا أن الله هو يقبل التوبة عن عباده ويأخذ الصدقات وأن الله هو التواب الرحيم.
We are not hearing the session of the
فسيرى
Quran.
الله عملكم ورسوله وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون وستردون إلى. The meanings. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Take, O Muhammad, from their wealth, a charity by which you purify them and cause them increase, and invoke Allah's blessings upon. Indeed, your invocation are assurance for them, and Allah is hearing and knowing. Do they not know that it is Allah who accepts repentance from His servants and receives charities, and that it is Allah who is the accepting of repentance, the merciful? And say, do as you will, for Allah will see your deeds, and His messenger and the believers, and you will be returned to the knower of the unseen and the witness it, and He will inform you of what you used to do. Al-Quran, Surah At-Taubah, verses 103 until 105. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Now we can start. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. MashaAllah. What a beautiful recitation of the Quran. Now, we will move to the next agenda for today, a report from the Executive Secretary of the World Zakat Forum, Dr. Irfan Shauki Beg. To Dr. Irfan Shauki Beg, the time is yours.
The Honorable Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo, Secretary General of the World Zakat Forum, the Honorable Deputy Secretary General, Brother Muhammad Lawal Maidoki, the Honorable Mr. Muhammad Fuad Nasar, Director of Zakat and Wakaf Empowerment, Minister of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, the Honorable Member of Commissioner, the National Board of Zakat of the Republic of Indonesia, or Basnas, distinguished speakers, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon from Jakarta, Indonesia. First of all, allow me to express my gratefulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because of His mercy, we can gather here in order to attend this first World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium. This event basically is an initiative made by the World Zakat Forum in order to strengthen and widen the role of youth Amil officers globally so that Zakat development can be fostered further and meet its objective in creating welfare of the Ummah and at the same time reducing poverty and income inequality. Inshallah, for the next 2 days, we are going to discuss various issues related to the role of professional youth Amil in the global Zakat movement, particularly on the role of the youth as the driver of the global Zakat campaign and as a source of engine to accelerate Zakat distribution and empowerment. Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this symposium is attended by delegates and representatives from 17 countries. It is a good start actually, although we are expecting more countries to participate. We really understand that most of the World Zakat Forum member countries and member institutions are facing peak time for Zakat fundraising during these days. And inshallah, around 8 distinguished speakers will share their knowledge and expertise. We also expect that their presentation will invite warm discussion among participating delegates. In addition, there will also be a session in which all delegates can also have a discussion with all deputies, Secretary General of the World Zakat Forum. Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, finally, let me extend my apologies for any mistakes and shortcomings during this symposium. I also would like to thank all the organizing committee, led by its chairwoman, Sister Hafiza Novitariani, for their tireless effort in managing this event. May Allah shower us with His blessing and mercy. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Irfan, for the report. Moving on to the next agenda, we will listen to a welcoming speech from the Director of Zakat and Wakaf Empowerment, the Ministry of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Muhammad Fuad Nasar. To Mr. Fuad Nasar, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The Honorable Secretary of the World Zakat Forum, Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo, the Honorable Executive Secretary of the World Zakat Forum, Dr. Irfan Shauki Beg, ladies and gentlemen, the all delegates. All praise is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the world universe. It is because of Allah's blessing we are now able to meet in this online platform to conduct the very first World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium. Alhamdulillah. Peace and blessing of Allah be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May mercy of Allah be upon his family, companions, and as his faithful followers. Amen. It's my privilege to open this World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium event. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let me open Symposium with the topics promoting the global development of zakat with youth Amil professional. I appreciate to its theme. When we talk about these topics, we may question why we need to promote the role of youth in zakat development worldwide. In order to answer this question, let me refer to what the former President of the Republic of Indonesia, beri aku 1000 orang tua, niscaya akan kucabut semeru dari akarnya. Beri aku 10 pemuda, niscaya akan kuguncangkan dunia. This means that give me 1,000 old men to approach a mountain. Give me 10 youth so that I can take control the world. Yes, it has been evident that the role of young generation is important throughout the history. Let me take the history of Usama bin Zaid. The history of Usama bin Zaid as a briefly delivered just now. Of course, of all you may have known with the history. Ladies and gentlemen, brother and sister. Dalam struktur demografis dan piramida penduduk dunia, seiring dengan bonus demografi, penduduk dunia usia muda menempati posisi strategis, baik dari segi jumlah, peranan, kontribusi maupun masalah yang dihadapi. Saat ini, rata-rata negara di Asia Tenggara memiliki populasi penduduk berusia muda atau usia di bawah 35 tahun mencapai 60%. Jumlah populasi kaum muda yang besar harus dikelola dengan baik dan tepat. Dari sudut kepentingan kebangkitan zakat, potensi muzaki muda tumbuh berdampingan dengan lembaga zakat yang juga dikelola oleh kaum muda, para amil-amil usia muda yang memberikan energi dan spirit luar biasa di dalam kebangkitan zakat di negara kita dan di berbagai belahan dunia. Kegiatan berskala internasional ini yang digelar oleh World Zakat Forum sangat bermakna dalam rangka memperluas cakrawala pandangan, pemikiran, dan memompa semangat para pegiat zakat tentang esensi dan fungsi zakat sebagai salah satu pilar pengokoh peran agama dalam menjaga peradaban, dalam menjaga derajat dan martabat kemanusiaan. Salah satu pemimpin dan founding fathers Republik Indonesia, almarhum Dr. Muhammad Hatta, dalam pidatonya berjudul Islam dan Pembangunan Masyarakat menegaskan, Islam menghendaki masyarakat tolong-menolong, masyarakat yang didasarkan kepada sifat yang terpuji di mata Allah, masyarakat yang berdasar kepada kasih sayang dan keadilan, masyarakat yang melaksanakan keadilan ilahi, keadilan sosial. Dalam konteks inilah zakat sebagai ibadah maliyah istimaiyah, ibadah dengan harta yang memiliki fungsi sosial, melambangkan secara konkret kewajiban asasi manusia, khususnya dalam memperhatikan, melindungi, dan memberdayakan sesama umat yang kurang beruntung secara ekonomi. Zakat bukan sekedar filantropi yang bersifat voluntary, melainkan kewajiban obligatori yang harus ditunaikan dengan penuh kesadaran dan kepatuhan. Dalam kondisi kehidupan global dewasa ini, di samping negara-negara muslim yang menikmati kemakmuran secara ekonomi, sosial, dan kesehatan, juga terdapat banyak negara-negara muslim yang masih bergelimang dengan konflik, kemiskinan, keterbelakangan, dan ketertinggalan. Itu semua menjadi tugas bagi kita bersama untuk bisa memeratakan kemakmuran, untuk bisa memperkecil gap, jurang antara negara-negara yang kaya, negara-negara yang miskin, jurang antara negara-negara yang demokratis dan negara-negara yang belum menikmati kehidupan demokrasi, jurang antara negara-negara yang penduduknya telah berpendidikan dengan negara-negara yang penduduknya masih terbelakang. World Zakat Forum diharapkan bisa menjadi jembatan kerjasama untuk penguatan gerakan zakat dan sekaligus penguatan kesejahteraan antar bangsa. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, I would like to congratulate all of you for this wonderful online symposium. I hope that all of you can produce beneficial output for betterment of the Ummah. Have a nice and productive symposium. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Fuad Nasser, for your incredible speech. Now, to officially open the event, let us listen to the opening speech from the World Zakat Forum Secretary General, Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo. To Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo, you may have the floor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa syukrulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wala hawla wala quwata illa billah. Honorable Mr. Muhammad Fuad Nasser, Director of Zakat and Wakaf, Ministry of Religious Affairs, Honorable Brother Muhammad Lawal Maidoki, Deputy of Secretary General of the World Zakat Forum, Honorable Vice Chairman of Basnas, Dr. Zainul Bahar Nur, and all members of Commissioners of Basnas and all leaders of Basnas, Honorable Dr. Irfan Shauki Beg, Executive Secretary of the World Zakat Forums, distinguished speakers, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. May salawat and salam always be granted by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his families, and all his faithful followers until the end of the world. Alhamdulillah, we can now attend the official opening of the World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium 2020, which due to COVID-19 pandemic, this symposium is held online. The World Zakat Forum was formed in Jakarta, Indonesia in 2010 with membership of only 10 member countries. 10 years later, 2020, this year, the World Zakat Forum is now the biggest Zakat organization in the world, representing Zakat management organization from 39 member countries. This number is continue increasing. Besides, the World Zakat Forum has associate membership from several multilateral organizations such as the Islamic Development Bank, the UNDP, and the UNICEF. Every year, the World Zakat Forum holds annual conference and annual meeting. The annual conference is the forum for the World Zakat Forum members and associate members to exchange ideas, sharing research results, sharing best practices, and other kinds of international exchanges and networking. The annual meeting is the forum of country member representatives to democratically decide on issues confronting the World Zakat Forum. This year, 2020, the World Zakat Forum is supposed to hold its annual conference and meeting in July, hosted by Lembaga Zakat Selangor, Malaysia. Informing that they will not be able to hold such conference and meeting this year. The World Zakat Forum Secretariat is now looking for alternative host and time for the annual conference and meeting. How is this symposium related to the World Zakat Forum? The World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium was designed by World Zakat Forum Secretariat to discuss the roles and contributions of young professional Amils, young Zakat academicians, young Zakat researchers, and other young Zakat stakeholders in the contemporary Zakat movement. They are expected to be the future leaders of Zakat movement. These future leaders need a forum for international exchanges and networking within a reputable World Zakat organization. Therefore, I do hope that this symposium will at the end lead to a declaration of the formation of the youth wing of the World Zakat Forum, which may be called the World Zakat Forum Youth. The World Zakat Forum Youth should then be proposed for formal adoption by the World Zakat Forum during the annual meeting this year. The adoption should make the World Zakat Forum bigger, stronger, and more reputable. At the end, by citing Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I would like to declare the World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium 2020 officially opened. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for your wonderful and enlightening words and for officially opening the event, Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo. Brothers and sisters, we will now proceed to the next agenda, which is a moderated session discussing the topic Youth as the Driver of the Global Zakat Campaign. This session will discuss the role of youth across the globe towards the Zakat campaign and why such youth is important. Yes, this session of day one will explore the answers regarding this matter. The session will be moderated by Mr. Fahmi Ali Hudaifi, our event coordinator. The speakers of the session will be Mr. Monir Ibn Hafiz Buyan from Bangladesh, Mr. Randi Swandaru from Indonesia, Mr. Namungo Hamza from Uganda, and Saad Dif from Switzerland. I will now give the time to Mr. Fahmi Ali to begin the session. To Mr. Fahmi Ali, the floor is yours.
Brother Ali, please unmute your. Okay. Please unmute first.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Honorable Professor Dr. Bambang Sudibyo, the General Secretary of World Zakat Forum. The Honorable Mr. Fuad Nassar, the Director of Zakat and Wakaf Empowerment, the Ministry of Religious Affairs of the Republic Indonesia. The Honorable Mr. Lawal Maudikwi, the Deputy General Secretary of World Zakat Forum. The respectable Dr. Irfan Salkibek, the Executive Secretary of World Zakat Forum. The respectable of the National Board of Zakat Republic of Indonesia Executive Members who are presenting now, all the delegates and all the audience. Our praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the whole universe. Because of Allah's blessing, we are now able to meet in this online platform to perform our first World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium. Alhamdulillah. May mercy and peace be upon the most virtuous of all creators, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and mercy also be upon his family, his companions, and his followers till the day of judgment. Well, we are now in the final days of Ramadan. I pray the best for all of us to benefit from these coming days. May we do our best, experience and maybe experience the Lailatul Qadr this Ramadan. Amin. Amin. A very good afternoon from Bandung, Indonesia. I am glad that more than 60 people in this online room are presenting now. I think this is truly shows the youth power for the global Zakat movement. Well, as we have all known, the role of young generation has been vital throughout the history, including in our Islamic history. Let's take the example of two figures, Usama ibn Zaid and Salahuddin al-Ayyubi, who are among the Muslim youth phenomena in our history with their massive contribution for the Ummah. Our today's World Zakat Forum Symposium raises the topic of the role of millennials in the global Zakat movement, and our event today aims to translate this topic into the real agenda. Well, sisters and brothers and all audience who are watching now from YouTube channel of Business, I welcome you to the session of discussion day one with me, Fahmi Ali Hudayfi. I am a researcher at the Center of Strategic Studies, the National Board of Zakat, and inshallah, uh, this time we are going to address the topic about youth as the driver of the global Zakat campaign. All right, together with us now, three speakers from Bangladesh, Indonesia, Uganda, and Switzerland. Alhamdulillah. Our Bangladeshi brother, Moni Ibn Hafiz Boyan, is now with us. Is a manager of public relations and corporate affairs at the Center for Zakat Management, CZM, Bangladesh. And before joining CZM, he worked at Green Communication, which is an IT company established by Nobel Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus, and he was a senior executive business at that firm. And also, now we are having our brother from Indonesia. He's my workmate, Mr. Randi Swandaru, and he is a head division of Zakat utilization of the National Board of Zakat Republic of Indonesia, Basnas. And recently, he experienced as the Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative. And in 2019, he was an Obama Foundation Leaders Asia Pacific. And in 2018, he was a Future Leaders Connect British Council. All right, now I'm going to introduce my brother who are now in Uganda. Assalamu alaikum, my brother Namo Hamza. So brother Namo Hamza is my brother. He is now in Uganda, and he is appointed to posts in House of Zakat and Wakaf of Uganda. He is a head of research and training, and also the head of Department Finance Planning and Administration at House of Zakat and Waqf Uganda. And our final speaker, and our last speaker, he is Said Div. Said Div is from Switzerland. He is now in Switzerland, and he is the chairman of Swiss Zakat Foundation. All right, sisters and brothers, I'm so eager to hear from their experiences and how they can address such our topic now. All right, let's begin. Let's now begin with Moni from Bangladesh. Brother Moni, have your time, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thanks to World Zakat Forum and Business for inviting me to speak here. At the very beginning, I would like to say a few words about my country, Bangladesh. Since it is an international platform, I guess many of you don't know about Bangladesh. It locates in South Asia. It is the 8th most populous country in the world with a population more than 161 million people. 90% of our people are Muslims, alhamdulillah. 1/3 of our population are aged between 18 to 35. Huge young population indeed. Though it is a Muslim country, surprisingly, the zakat system is not yet well established. There are very many socio-political and cultural reasons behind this. Zakat institution was not there, in fact, to promote this. Though government has a Zakat board, it is seemingly has a very less activities. So there are some private initiatives that partly works with Zakat, but they work in a traditional and unplanned way. Zakat education is also almost non-existent in education curriculum. This is an overall scenario of Bangladesh in terms of Zakat system. However, my organization, Center for Zakat Management Bangladesh, was established in 2008 by a private company named Rohim Afroz Bangladesh Limited. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them best rewards. At the time, situation was very worse in terms of Zakat awareness. Most people didn't even know that Zakat is an obligatory ibadah for wealthy Muslims. Most people consider it as a voluntary donation. Now situation has changed, alhamdulillah, at least a little. I'll try to tell the story of 12 years journey of CZM, how it contributed to Zakat campaign and still contributing with a young, energetic team. When CZM started in 2008, it formed a young and energetic team who was motivated to the cause of establishing Zakat in Bangladesh. They internalized that they are working for establishing third pillar of Islam, Zakat in Bangladesh, which is an Allah's commandment. They knew that the evils of interest-based economy, how it creates discrimination in society, making the rich richer and the poor poorer. On top of that, there is a huge rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in dunya and akhirah, inshallah. These were big motivations for the team. This helped the team to work relentlessly for the cause. However, at the time, CZM took a strategy that for Zakat awareness, it will approach mass people, and for fundraising, it will approach corporates and wealthy people. It will not approach foreign donors for fund because if foreign fund comes, CZM may get lazy, not working for Zakat awareness vigorously. So we have started approaching corporates as people in different forms. We approached corporates and told them that as a business entity, you also have to pay Zakat on your business. They got surprised. How on earth it is possible? We involved ulemas. We had to have a lot of sessions with them to convince the idea. For some of them, it even took 5 to 7 years to be convinced. This effort is ongoing. I would say this is a biggest achievement of Center for Zakat Management, that it revived the idea of business Zakat in Bangladesh. No organization, as I know, worked on this like CZM did. Then we went to the professional bodies, Chamber of Commerce, had seminars, symposiums with them to make them aware about Zakat. We use social media, print media, electronic media to reach to the mass people. We had to develop a lot of publications, books, flyers, brochure, etc. At the same time, we have been implementing Zakat-based development programs. We have been implementing a set of comprehensive programs focused on income generation, livelihood development, education, primary health care, and emergency assistance. We went to the remote areas, helped people in their livelihood development, primary health care, education. We took a comprehensive approach. Only income, we understood that only income generation, supporting in income generation would not help. We need to help them with their healthcare, education, morality development. Otherwise this will not work. We started giving scholarship to the needy undergraduate students. We started with only one university. Now we cover all 72 government universities, medical colleges, engineering colleges. Combining all this, we have been getting good gestures from the corporates, individuals, word of mouth spread. more and more people started showing interest to CZM and it works. It was like a snowball effect, multiplier effect. Meanwhile, we introduced Zakat Fair in 2013. We have been regularly organizing this event before Ramadan. This year, the 8th Zakat Fair was supposed to be held on April 11. We had to postpone this event due to coronavirus pandemic. The idea behind Zakat Fair is to bring organizations who are working with Zakat and Islamic finances in one place and make an opportunity for the visitors to know about Zakat, clarify their questions, and calculate their Zakat, see how organizations are working with Zakat. Moreover, these seminars, symposiums, there were symposium, seminars, roundtable conferences, panel discussions, question and answer sessions at the fair. Economists, development experts, policymakers, businessmen, senior citizens attend the fair. They interact, discuss ideas. We usually invite finance minister or planning minister in the Zakat Fair as the chief guest because they are the most influential people in financial and development policy making. Zakat Fair gave us a huge attention in print, electronic and digital media, alhamdulillah. As a result, CZM could have created a buzz among Zakat, about Zakat among policymakers, development thinkers, economists, and mass people. Most recently, the President of Bangladesh called us in his office to discuss about our works. We also started working with UNDP in collaboration. So, in 2015, we received Global Islamic Economy Award for our works for humanity. These are results, alhamdulillah. Nowadays, we have been focusing digital platforms for our Zakat campaign. We are using most popular social media, electronic media, and other modern promotional platforms and tools. We saw youths are responding the most to our causes in digital campaign. They're sharing our contents. They're trying to participate our causes wholeheartedly. Our undergraduate scholarship right holders are the biggest ambassador of CZM. They are also trying to contribute as much as possible in different forms. I want to tell a story of our ex-scholarship right holders. Her father died at a little age. Then her mother educated her with her little means she had. When she got admitted at university, situation got worse. Her mother was not able to finance her. She applied at CZM for scholarship. CZM accepted it. She completed her studies with CZM scholarship. Alhamdulillah. One day, she came at our office and met me and told me that she is an engineer now. She came to contribute her first month's salary to CZM. This event moved us a lot. We have thousands of such stories, alhamdulillah. I told you that at the beginning that CZM approached the corporates for funding. The scenario is changing, alhamdulillah. CZM implemented online payment system and joined national crowdfunding platform. Now we are getting little contributions from people, including the youths. In fact, youths are the drivers of global Zakat campaign. 90% of our teammates are youths. They are our main working force. They have a lot of contributions in making CZM now. CZM is standing on their efforts. Obviously, the veterans, the seniors led us with their guidance. The youths gave their effort and made CZM as a Zakat institution, successful Zakat institution in Bangladesh. For global Zakat campaigns to be successful, I would like to mention few things. Youths must be involved. Youth Amils must be trained and equipped with knowledge, skills, etc. Leaders must nurture them spiritually along with empathic leadership. Their psychologists must be nurtured too. Youth must be one of the big targets too in terms of promotions campaigns. According to Pew Research, 93% of youths are youths aged 23 to 38. They use smartphone. 93 of them use smartphone, and they use social media too. All the campaigns must have huge digital presence. Youths are working for Zakat campaign. Who are working for Zakat campaign must internalize the philosophy of Zakat, that they are working for upholding third pillar of Islam. They are working for the people who are in need. This should be the biggest motivation for the Amils who are working for Jakarta. When youths will internalize this philosophy, things will be done automatically. That being said, I want to conclude. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, my brother Monir. That was very insightful. That best to me. So in general, our brother has explained how zakat-related administration in Bangladesh has been evolved, and such CZM where he's working now has been assisting Bangladesh practice of zakat management. All right, sister and brothers and audience of Basnas TV watching now, let's move to my Indonesian mate, and I am eager to learn a lot from our brother, Mr. Randy. Mr. Randy Swandaru, this is your time. Please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Secretary General of World Zakat Forum, Professor Bambang Sudibyo, the Director of Zakat and Wakaf Empowerment, the Minister of Religious Affairs of Indonesia, Mr. Fuad Nasar, the Honorable Executive Secretary of the World Zakat Forum, Dr. Ivan Sokibek, all the speakers and all the delegates from across the globe. Let me introduce myself. My name is Randy Swandaru from Basnas. Currently, I'm working as the head divisions of the Zakat utilization in Basnas. In this very great time, I want to share my presentations regarding the role of the millennials in the Zakat movement. Let me share my presentation. Okay, I think you can already see my presentations. So I will bring this topic, sustainable and the resilience Zakat framework. So the outline of this presentation will be divided into three parts. The first one is background. I will tell you about the things that the youth should comprehend about the current conditions and mitigate the upcoming reality, and then the behavioral shift in order to bring a sustainable and resilience Zakat framework that will be divided into sustainable fundraising, sustainable disbursement, and resilience operations. And later on, I will give closing remarks. So I want to begin these presentations with this picture. If you can see on the screen, there is a picture published in Italy. It was in 1962 by a magazine named La Domenica del Corriere. I'm sorry if I pronounce mistakenly, but it is a magazine that already been shut down a few years ago. And then in 1962, the cover of this magazine, just what you see on the screen. So as you can see, there's a lot of specific automobiles with the transparent glasses. And maybe it is predicting the current situations. As we all know, we are now in the current pandemic of COVID-19 situations, and this artwork is predicting the work of people in 2022. So as you can see here, maybe in the 1962, there are people that already predict that one day, like this day, what we endure now, we're having such a pandemic, so that people need to build a vehicle, a very solitary vehicle with a transparent glasses, so people can still move around without interacting one another. So why I propose or why I begin my presentation with this picture, because I think the youth need to firmly comprehend the today's conditions and mitigate the upcoming reality. So what youth can offer, youth have less experience than the mature or the senior members of the World Zakat Forum. But the youth really need to comprehend the current situations and need to mitigate what's going to happen maybe in 10 years from now or maybe 40 years from now, because the time is ticking and we need to prepare ourselves to embrace it. So to begin, I want to tell about the Global Multidimensional Poverty Index, or MPI. This is an index developed by the Oxford and the UN. The global MPI directly measures the deprivations people face at the same time in different aspects of their lives. The MPI has 3-dimensional and 10 indicators. The first dimension is health, secondly is education, and the last one is living standard. If you can see on the screen, those of the 10 indicators are really related with the zakat. A person is MPI poor if he or she is deprived in 1/3 or more of these weighted indicators, where the health and education indicators are weighted as 1/6, and the living standards indicators is weighted at the 1/18. And then, based on the data of these publications, it shows that there are 1.3 billion people poor based on the multidimensional poverty index. 83% of them live in the sub-Saharan African and South Asian. Half of MPI poor people are children. And then 90% of the children are MPI poor in South Sudan and Niger. 35 countries, at least half of all are MPI poor. 2/3 of the multidimensionally poor live in middle-income countries, and 46 of those who are multidimensionally poor live in severe poverty, meaning they are deprived in at least half of the weighted indicators in health, education, and living standards. As you can see on the map, there are a lot of poor people, but based on this indicator, that live in Muslim populated countries. In East Asia and the Pacific, there are 118 millions, and in South Asian, more than 500 million people. Next, regarding to the current situations, there is publications by Oxfam. It says that the current COVID-19 could push 500 million people into poverty. So despite of the previous data, will be more than 500 million people will deprive into new poverty. In East Asia and Pacific, there are more than 200, South Asia, 128 million people, and more. This, what the young Amil should comprehend the current situations. On the other side, the current young Amil in the Zakat movement should mitigate the upcoming reality. We are talking now about the virtual reality. We are currently talking about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and then money payments, digital payments, and then Internet of Things, and many of them. The young should start learn about it, because this is the upcoming reality. And what I said, what I mean by upcoming reality is not really far beyond. It is maybe in the few years from now. Just to give a context, there is another behavioral shift. The media channels have significantly developed over the time. Years back, people reading newspaper and then listening to the radio, watching televisions, and then using the internet in the 2000s. And now people are moving to the mobile. As you can see from another data here, The fixed cable TV in the US has been declining over years, and the Netflix subscriptions has surpassed the major cable providers in the US. As we can see, there is a behavioral shift happening, and this should be mitigated by the young. And of course, despite all of the behavioral shift, we should treat a customer as a person, not as a statistic. Maybe 15 years ago, people are happy receiving emails, but today, people getting very excited having only one letter. Regarding to the COVID-19, there is a behavioral shift. Specifically in Indonesia, we can see on the chart, there is an increase of people spending their time at home, about 68% during the beginning of the April this year. And then the increase of the shifted between traditional shopping behavior to online behavior. And then the increase of online education subscriptions about 25%. And then people are not thinking about mudik anymore, or mudik is coming back to your home because they want to prevent the spread of the virus. So there is also what I can say here, a behavioral shift in the current situation during this pandemic. So I propose the Zakat framework approach based on two notions. The first one is sustainable fundraising and disbursement, and the second one is the resilience operations. Now I'm going to talk about the Muslim population growth. By the Pew Research Center, it says that the Muslim population growth will increase significantly until 2050, sorry. And the Muslim population will be more than 2.7 billion. And then based on the global population in 2050, the proportion of Muslim towards the global population is 29%, 29%, and it is similar number with the Christians. Why we should address this? Because this means the increased number of the people who are going to pay zakat. And then in terms of the young, Muslims are those who are rapidly growing and has a huge number of the young ages portions in their populations. Next, let's see these charts based on the OECD Standard Chartered Research. As you can see in this map, there is an increase of the global middle class. As you can see here, there is a significant increase of the middle classes between 2009 and 2013. The same happened in the lower rate in the Middle East and North Africa, and also something increasing in the sub-Saharan Africa in terms of the global middle class. So the other things that we should consider is the characteristic of the middle class Muslim. There is research by Yuswo Hadi in Indonesia. He separated the character of the middle class Muslim into 4 different characters. The first one is rationalist, second one is universalist, and then apathist, and then conformist. Each of the middle class has different approach that we need to address in order to gain their trust. For example, we need to give price to the apathist. We need to offer great functional emotional value to the rationalists. We need to offer Islamic label and authorities for the conformists. And then we need to offer universal value, a good value for everything, like the SDGs, like Al-Adalah, the justice for the universalists. So having these 3 of considerations, the increasing numbers of the populations, the increasing of the middle class, and different characters of the middle class, we need to do 3 things in order to have the sustainable fundraising. In my opinion, first one, we need to maintain the current viable donators as the root and the base point. As we see here in the pictures, it is represented by the root of the tree. This is the thing that first we need to secure to maintain the current viable donators. Then I think we need to gaining size at the main trunk of the tree of the word zakat by widening the campaign coverage across the middle class characteristics. And the last one, we need to invest in the future growth by educating zakat and increasing the awareness campaign for the youth. So this will bring a new and upcoming new donators for the zakat movement. As you can see here, there is 3 different campaign, and as I guess you can differentiate the one to the other based on the pictures or the way we present the flyers. As you can see here, there are a lot of artists that are in the late age, and this is for the main or current donators, and then this is to bring the widening campaign for the other characteristics of the Muslim middle class. And this one, the last one, it is used to gain new or upcoming donators from the youngsters. And we have also need to embrace innovative donation and campaigns. In Basnas, here we have the Zakat Digital Channel led by Sister Hafiza, the chairman or the head committee of this forum. And we already launched virtual Zakat assistance. It is a fast comment to help you pay Zakat. And then we also have the charity store to gain the public donation using the second use hand of products. And we have already launched a games. This is games to educate young people about zakat. So I'm going to another topic about the sustainable disbursement. I will divide it into 3 parts. First one is service excellence, sustainable development, and new technology. In the first one is the service excellence. I think to gain a sustainable disbursement, the zakat institution needs to increase their service excellence to the mustahik in terms of respect to people in giving service, easy to access, quick response, and reliable services. As you can see here, there is our team giving the family logistic package to the mustahik directly and with the mask during this pandemic and with the hand gloves. And then this is another quick response and reliable services examples during the disasters. And then talking about the second one, we need talking about the sustainable development aspect for the sustainable disbursement. In this topic, we need to talk about several notions like clean energy, eco-fashion, community-based interventions, sustainable farming, and collaboration for the goals. And this is important for Zakat movement to tap into this area in order to bring a broader way to eradicate global poverty. As you can see here, there is our program, the sustainable farming in West Java. And then this is eco-fashion programs to preserve the indigenous heritage, and we combine it with the increasing awareness of the Muslim fashion in Indonesia. This is a community-based intervention. As you can see here, there are people working together to make the boats, and there is animal husbandry here. We call it balai ternak in bahasa, or livestock center empowerment. And then another example, it is the Cibuluh Batik village in Bogor area in West Java. This is an example of the community-based interventions. As you can see here, today I'm wearing a batik. This batik is the one that is produced by the craftsmen, our mustahik in this village. And I'm very proud to use this batik in this such honorable event like this one. And another point, we need to collaborate with multiple stakeholders in order to gain our success, which is to eradicate the poverty, because our hands is limited and we need people to collaborate together to gain our objectives. And the last part of the sustainable disbursement, I think we need to embrace the new technology by using disbursement mobile applications, virtual reality, and maybe in near future we'll go for the blockchain distribution model. I put a question mark there. So in the screen you can see that this is an application to help finding victims during the natural disaster. The name of the application is Cari Temu, or Lost and Found. This application is used for people so that they can submit their relatives who are missing it during the disaster, and another people can help finding them. So this is another examples of the mobile applications for the mustahik. As you can see here, the mustahik using mobile applications to record the transactions, and it gives a convenience for the mustahik itself as the owners of the traditional store, and also for the customers. And this is the last one. This is an example that currently we are developing a virtual reality for halal slaughtering. This will help the people for having Idul Kurban, and by having this halal slaughtering using the virtual reality, we can expand the educations how to slaughter the goat or the sheep based on the Sharia. And the last one, I will talk about the resilience operation. In this case, I think the operations need to be strong and flexible. We need a bright and nurtured talent, a reliable technology, robust financial system, sturdy legal framework, and meticulous risk management. These are the examples of our talent in Basnas. They are bright and nurtured. They are facing and challenged by a lot of tasks, and have a lot of training and certifications so that they can give the best services. And this is our model of the IT system. Currently, we have Simba, the National Zakat Management Operating System. It helps all of the transaction and the reporting nationwide. It complies to the current standard and technology, and it gives service to the various channel for the mustahik and the mustaki. And the last one, I want to talk about meticulous risk management. I think the youth should start learning this, because we are facing this in current time. So there are I identify several risks, like a financing risk. There are financing risk, asset value risk, commercial risk, and liquidity risk. There's also operational risk in terms of competency, documentation, technology, legal, and physicals. And now, in terms of operational risk, we are facing a new risk, which is health risk during this pandemic. And the last one is the moral risk. We are talking about Sharia risk, fiduciary risk, and reputational risk. And we need to make a matrix and then measure which risk we should tackle first in order to have a resilience operations. So as the closing remark, I think the youth is the key driver for the global zakat movement. Thus, the youth need to prepare themselves for comprehending current condition and mitigating the upcoming reality. They need to put attention to sustainable fundraising and distribution model so they can catch up with the current advancements, meanwhile maintaining the resilient zakat operations. That's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Brother Randy. That was a very brilliant presentation. Well, I think I forgot to explain how to ask question. All right, the delegates in the Google room, in the Google Meet room with me now, you may ask the question in the chat box above, or if you're using phone, it's below. Meanwhile, Business TV audience who are watching us now from YouTube, please type your question in the chat box there below. All right, let's now move to Uganda. Just in the past few weeks, me and my Ugandan brother, Namu Hamza, we were on air for World Zakat Forum web series. And now we again with him to explore his perspectives on the topic of Riyadh as the driver of the global Zakat campaign. All right, my brother Hamza, please have your time now. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ba'd. Thank you, Brother Hudayfa, for having me here. Thank you, World Zakat Forum, for organizing this wonderful symposium, online symposium. Namungo Hamza from House of Zakat and Waqf Uganda. Thank you for having this wonderful theme, looking at millennials in the global Zakat movement. Millennials, by definition, I think everyone knows about them, but precisely or briefly, we can speak about them as those people who are born between 1980, 81 or 84 up to 2000. Those are the millennials. If you look at them, you have to look at something like technology. You have to look at something like environment, productivity, and then you look at zakah in the middle of the continent. If you have a double continent, you look at poverty, alleviation of poverty concerns, and then you look at their productivity as the millennials. As we speak now, Uganda has around 6.5 million millennials who are engaging in some work. It might be decent work or formal or informal work, but statistically we have around 6.5 million out of the population of 41 million Ugandans. So it's quite a very big number, alhamdulillah. And if you look at the total millennials, you remember the 6.5 million are the productive, those ones who are in productive work. But if you look at the total population, around 75% of our population, you could term them as millennials. So the population is very big, so there's a lot of concern about it. And it's about time that we look at zakah against millennials. If you look at the continent, I've told you, or you could do a triangle. This side you can have aviation, on the other side you can have productivity, and then down you can look at the millennials. If you look at the side of productivity at Household Zakah at Work for Uganda, statistically, a large number of our zakat payers, actually more than 70% of our zakat payers, you could call them millennials. These are the people who are having salaries, they're employed, they're productive. These are people who have had startups, very successful ones. These are people who are dealing in vocational kind of work in downtown. Educated and non-educated, they form the largest part of our zakat payers at Household Zakah and Work for Uganda. So on the side of productivity, it's very important to look at them. On the other side, we can look at poverty alleviation. At the same time, a big number of our programs, remember we have a program in education, education department of Household Zakah and Work for Uganda. We have around 800 students in university, at university level, then millennials. So they form the largest part in the section of education, the largest part of beneficiaries in the section of education. Then again, if you look at what we are doing now, remember we launched the Zakat Food Care Program like 2 months back when the lockdown had just started. Then midway after a month of launching the program, quite a big number of beneficiaries, people who are asking for Zakah, again, they form the large part of millennials. Remember, we are looking at the continent, productivity and poverty or poverty-related aspects of the millennials. On this side, yes, they are there. They form the largest part of zakat payers in small number, but there are many. And then on the side of beneficiaries, they are also there. So what we need to look at here is what could be done. What could be done about the millennials on the side of productivity to maintain the zakatability. In the Zakat Food Care Program, I was mentioning, we found out that a lot of people, or millennials, we could term them by their age brackets, they had startups, businesses, they were micro entrepreneurs, and they were paying zakah, but on the zakat payment cluster, their zakat payment cluster, or the line, there are those people who are just above nisab, not too rich, they haven't yet accumulated a lot of wealth. So in this COVID lockdown, they formed a large number of zakah applicants, meaning they are falling below the line. Statistically, I've been following Brother Swandaro's presentation, and he highlighted it, that COVID-19 will affect a large number of people. So here it has already affected them, and we are counting a lot of them in applications to receive food. They ask for basic requirements, food, nutrition, foods for the children at home, and a few of them are asking for economic empowerment programs, which I think after lockdown they will be also lining up to ask for such a programs. So stimulating the millennials on the both sides, we first look at the productivity side. As we mentioned earlier in our earlier presentation at the World Zakat Forum with Brother Hudaifi, we looked at the declining number of Zakat payers. And we mentioned that the medium or middle Zakat payers, and this, by coincidence, these are millennials again, they have been declining. They've been giving quite a number of reasons, like I've given you before, that they're eating up their capital. They are saving less, and they didn't prepare for the lockdown. So productive-wise, we have to, as the Zakah industry, we have to look at those factors that we could trickle, the factors we could look at to keep them productive and to keep them focused on the Zakat growth. A lot of youth in Uganda, a lot of people following the millennials, you find them having a profit in their businesses. You find them Zakat worthy, or they're eligible to pay Zakat, but they don't pay. Here in Uganda, because we don't have a law, it's voluntary. We have to work hard to reach out, to create awareness, and then people could get attracted and pay Zakat, house of Zakat. So you find out that they save less, first of all, and they spend more on luxurious things. They spend more on things other than Zakat. And their energy, their lives, and their commitment is highly needed in terms of advancing Zakat movement as millennials, because they're in their productive age. So we have to look at factors that could push them, factors that could make them follow Zakat or see Zakat as an important factor in their development, first of all, because we've mentioned they form some part of beneficiaries and they form the largest number of beneficiaries. So we need to look at factors that could encourage them and draw them into embracing Zakat as something that's part of their lives in terms of payment. And one of them, I think, is technology. I've seen Brother Swandaro's presentation about digital technology, about blockchain. We've realized, we've seen a certain growing trend during this lockdown that technology or online Zakat payment has grown at House of Zakat and Waqf Uganda. Before the lockdown, people enjoyed the P2P or person-to-person interaction in Zakat payment. They could give factors like, I need to get my dua in person after payment, or I need to look into the face of someone who's collecting my Zakat. I need to be reassured physically. But if you look at the lockdown, we've had a lot of on mobile money payments in Zakat. We've seen quite a number of online collection in Zakat, and these are done by millennials. But if you look at the potential, it's still lacking. So on the side of productivity, we have to look at a factor which is very strong called technology. We have to encourage them. We've seen a lot of them buying movies, Netflix. If you look at their customer base, it's the millennials. If you look at Facebook, social media, and all its advantages and disadvantages, it's all the millennials. If you look all those social media, they can be productive. Of course, they can be productive. But if we, as Zakat practitioners around the world, if we leverage on technology, we can draw the millennials or the youth towards development of Zakat. Another side, in the interest of time, I'll look at on the side of poverty alleviation. Again, I'll for presenting about sustainable disbursement of Zakat. At House of Zakat and Waqf Uganda, we are adopting now a direction which is more inclined on comprehensive human development. Yes, we have House of Zakat and Waqf Uganda. On the Waqf side, we separate the assets and the flow of operations. But if you look at our distribution, we dearly want to focus on the component of human development. First, in education, we believe that if you educate the millennials, as we have them at university level, if you educate them, you're empowering them. They have quite a lot of courses they're undergoing, but if you look at them, their capacity building after attaining education funded through Zakat programs, you look at them as empowered species or empowered human beings. Another factor, you look at the economic ability. If you look at the millennials, as I've mentioned before, they're in their productive age. You could look before 30, that's where they're more productive. That's why they're more energetic, and that's why they're more vulnerable to going into a direction which is not more productive. So there we have to look at we have to have a movement. We have to have a platform like the World Zakat Forum, and I'm very glad that we have the World Zakat Forum youth to do this. So in this aspect of poverty alleviation, we have to mentor them. We have to have training courses. You have to have mentorship in Zakat. As World Zakat Forum, we should have, I think, a trainer or training package for these people to look at Zakat as something that is part of their lives. At House of Zakat and Work for Uganda, we have 12 staff full-time. Just 2 of them are about 40 years old. 10 of them are millennials. Yes, in accounts, in finance, in training, in the field, we have them. And then the CEO is above that, and one of our head of Dawa is above that. That's how the board decided. But it's fruitful. I mean, we are seeing the everything that is supposed to be done. It's done within time. The context within which we execute our work is very good, but the component that is remaining is familiarization or socializing the youth with global Zakat movement. Some tend to look at it as something charity oriented, something more of feeling good when you do it, but let's see it as something more sustainable, something more job creation oriented. So I think as World Zakat Forum, we have to look at the way we can encourage the youth, pull them together and show them that this is something you need to look at to be part of your lives as Zakat payer, potential Zakat payer, and at the same time looking at the other side of the continent as poverty or as beneficiaries, because a payer today can be a beneficiary the next day. So I think in the interest of time, I mentioned about education and skill set. They need a lot in the Zakat distribution programs, and I've looked at technology, which is a very big player in terms of onboarding and familiarizing the youth with Zakat global movement. I think with those few remarks, I'm done. Thank you, Brother Zaifi.
All right. Thank you for the talk, Mr. Namong Hamza from Uganda. He just explained how Zakat administration in Uganda has been practiced this far and how Ugandans, millennials, contribute to the Zakat collection there. All right, Brother Hamza, that was a very insightful discussion, and thank you. All right, audience who are just now watching us, particularly those watching us on YouTube, we are now in a discussion of World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium, and we are about to have our final speaker from Switzerland. Our brother Saad Viv, this time is yours. Please give your talk now. Thank you. All right, this time is for our brother from Switzerland. His name is Saad Viv, and he is going to talk his perspective in the context of Zakat campaign and the role of millennials, particularly from Switzerland. We already connected with our brother, and we wait him. All right. I think we are having a trouble, technical issues, but it doesn't. But it's fine. We are going to have the talk just in a few seconds. Well, brother Sadif, you can unmute your microphone. The microphone. You can unmute your microphone by click on the microphone icon on your laptop or on your phone. That's available there. If you're using phone, that's work. I can hear. Hello, brother Saif. Yes, we are connected with brother Said. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, with us now in this platform, Google Meet, and those who are just watching us now, particularly in YouTube, Basnas YouTube TV channel, we are having a discussion with regard to the role of Amil Zakat professional in the global Zakat campaign. We have just our speaker from Bangladesh, our brother Munir. He explained how Zakat in Bangladesh has been carried out this far and how young people there, how millennials in Bangladesh has participated to contribute in such administration. And that's very interesting with brothers because he just left the meeting. All right. I think let's have first the Q and answer, unless until our brother come back again. All right, let's going to have the Q and A, question and answer session, and I am going to see. I'm going to read the question from the chat with us now here with me now in Google Meet. There's still no question, and I'm going to check on YouTube. So I think on YouTube, all the questions are general question. So I guess, all right. Hello, brother. What you're saying? All right, we connected with our brother. Brother side, this time is yours. Please have your time. All right, he just left the meeting. Again, I think we can continue with our Q&A session. Let's start the question, the personal question first. I think I also have a question. So, what do you think? This question is addressed for our first three speakers, for our brother from Bangladesh, our brother Monir, and our brother Namo, and our brother Randy. Please answer within 1 minute. Are we connected with brother? All right. So what do you think the best contribution that can be a good example for all of us here, particularly millennials, with regard to your professionals' experience in Zakat institution in your respective countries? Please answer this question within 1 minute. Continuously start from our brother Munir, Randy, and Namungo while we're waiting for our brother Saad. All right, let's have our brother Munir first to answer the question. Please, your time.
Can you please say the question again?
All right, brother Munir. What do you think your best contribution that can be a good example for all of us, particularly millennials, with regard to your professionals' experience in your Zakat institution? You can answer it about 1 minute. Within 1 minute. Thank you.
Okay. I think, as I have told in my speech, the philosophy of Zakat needs to be internalized first. If you internalize this philosophy, then everything will be easy and okay, inshallah. So when you internalize the philosophy, then you work with ihsan or excellence, inshallah. I hope this is 1 minute.
All right. Let's have it with Mr. Randy. Mr. Randy?
Okay. So the question was, what is during my professional Amil experience? What is the best contribution that can be example, right? That was the question, right?
All right.
Yeah. So maybe I will tell my experience 5 years back when I was retail staff funding in Basnas. I was the head the project officers of Zakat campaign using the booth or the as you know, there is a stand in a mall or in the offices, the public offices. Back then, this is very important, but now during COVID-19 pandemic, we are not using this strategy anymore. But back then, it was very challenging for me because I was targeted to get 2 billion rupiahs, whereas the previous year achievement was 1 billion rupiah. So my target is double than the previous one. What I experienced from that moment, I believe that the young should be very optimistic and be creative so that they can implement and achieve the target. So what did I do? I recruit the most militant college students that are really eager to expand the da'wah of zakat. And then I put the reward and punishment systems. I embrace also some little technology to give the dashboard easy to be seen and monitored and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, at the end of the Ramadan, we got the target achieved. We achieved 2 billion rupiahs back then, double the target from the previous years. But the things that I want to emphasize is it is achieved by the teamwork, and I think the youth should start to lessen their ego. It is nature by the youth; they have a big ego, but it is happened because the teamwork and the effort from everybody, including all the seniors team. They are giving their help. They're offering their experience to help all the youth like me back then, so that we can achieve the target. So the point is, the youth need to embrace the opportunity, taking risks, be optimistic, and do teamwork and learn from the seniors. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Randy. All right, thank you, Mr. Randy. That was very excellent point. And now we are we will connect it with our brother Said Div. Brother Said Div from Switzerland is having his time now. Brother Said, please take your time.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sorry, I had my computer just shut down. I don't know why. So anyway, so thank you, brothers, sisters, having me here during this discussion, which is really interesting. So as requested, we will. I will also address the few points that my colleagues addressed from Indonesia and Uganda, but just to let you know, the situation is quite different here. And do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So when we speak about the role of the young generation in Switzerland in the work of Zakat, it is really a new thing, because the foundation here is quite newly born. Alhamdulillah, it was founded in like 2 months ago, actually. Of course, we work on this project since last year, but the importance of the younger generation in the development of zakat and zakat collection and distribution is really an important one. First, because in Switzerland also the 48% of the Muslim population is between 20 and 40 years old. So it's almost the half of the whole community, which is between 20 and 40 years old. So the second aspect, this community, this young generation is mostly educated, and so they are starting their professional life, or they are also finishing their studies, so they have some know-how. People are working in private companies or in the banking sector, or also in the government. So we have skilled people who men and women who have skills, and they are able to address many challenges when it comes to zakat management. Of course, the population here is the Muslim population in Switzerland is in comparison with the other countries, we are much smaller. But of course, the country is smaller, so we are about 400,000 Muslims, and many of them came from the Balkan countries, also from Turkey. So it's quite when you look to the origins, etc., it's quite a population which is quite diverse. We have many Muslims from different countries. The role of the young generation is, I would say, also important. Not only about the qualities or the competencies that they have, but also about when you're born here,
All right, Brother Saad, can you unmute? You was muted.
Okay.
You are muted.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. It's okay. Perfect. And more of in Switzerland we also have beside the professional life, in Switzerland one thing which is really important is also the civil society. We have a strong civil society, which means that in this country we have lots of associations, lots of places where people can engage and work in, for example, in associations and NGOs. There is lots of NGOs, so the experience with social work is also really present. So this is really important. If I move now to the recent professionals experience, as I said, we are young, and we started since now working about operating since 2 months, slightly before Ramadan actually. I see with these small experiences that we had until now, I see the following challenges, or the following topics that we will have to address in the future. So the first one is an educational challenge, because zakat is we can say, in the West, in Europe, we can really we can really say that it's a pillar of Islam which is misunderstood and is not practiced the right way. Why I'm saying this, because zakat is merely understood and used as sadaqah, which is actually not correct, and we are not using zakat to its full potential. The second challenge, it's a generational gap also, because we have quite. It's also a challenge in Switzerland to address or to connect to every generation, and this is really a challenge, because you have the older generation which came to Switzerland is, I mean, from different countries like Albania, Kosovo, from Bosnia, and from Turkey, even also from North Africa, and many of them are still strongly related to their home countries, which is a good thing. But at the end of the day, it has a big implication in the management of zakat, because many people are sending zakat back to their home countries, or even to their families, which is the challenge for us, because if we want to invest zakat in Switzerland, it's really a topic that we have to address. This is really something important. But also another aspect why I'm saying this, because the younger generation, the challenges of because, as you know, zakat has to respond to the needs of the Muslims, and also to strengthen Islam wherever it is, and this is really important for us. To the younger generation is aware of the challenges of their time, and also of Islam, because we have to build strong institution, and to have, for example, let's say, if we speak about the scholars and the imams, it's really also always a discussion system, because many of them are coming from other countries, and they are not able to address the local needs and the local challenges of the younger generation until now. So the needs of the young generation are not really the same as the older ones. So we will have to work on this, to reach out and to work with every community, because actually zakat is about it's a community, it's a task, it's a community, it's an effort, it's a common effort of the whole community. It's not this is our goal also. And as I said, in Switzerland, many people of course, we, in comparison with other countries, the proportion of people who are in need and who are actually, lacking of food and they are not having housing, etc., is really lower than in other countries. So it doesn't mean that we don't have poor people, especially now with the economic crisis. We have people in need. We receive requests every week. But the people, generally speaking, Switzerland, they are not aware of this, and they underestimate the poverty in Switzerland. This is quite a cultural bias. It doesn't affect only Muslims. Actually, the whole population don't really believe that there are people in need in Switzerland. But the statistics are showing that it's not true. Of course, people are not in hunger, but they're not in hunger, but they are actually there are poor people. There are poor people. Just to let you know, for example, in Switzerland, the standard of living is high, but on the other hand, the prices. If you are lacking of money and job, you can really easy be in debt. And also, this is, for example, an aspect that is really that we see in almost every request that we have. We have the debt is always present. So Also, the debt per capita in Switzerland is really high. It's really high, even in not only in Europe but also on a worldly level. It's quite high actually. So now, if I move to the participation of the young youth in Zakat administration, what I have seen until now, the interest is quite strong, and even also the involvement of the young generation is strong. In average, I mean, when I speak about young generation, about people between 23, 24 until 30, 35. So the involvement and the interest is strong, but not only to administrate and to work on this, but also to learn about zakat, because many of us they saw that actually zakat, the knowledge of zakat is is something new for them. They didn't had the occasion to understand, to learn about zakat, about how zakat should be managed and how should be zakat used, etc. The interest and the participation is also strong because I think our generation, the younger generation, is seeing zakat and really as a tool for change, because we will be able, inshallah, with zakat, for example, to tackle down future challenges. As I mentioned before, there is always the I wouldn't say the issue, but also the debate about how we should, for example, build and educate our future scholars, which is really really important. It's really an important topic here, and just to let you know why I'm speaking about this, because in Switzerland the Muslim community are not. There is no, you cannot collect money or taxes from the Muslims to use it for the Muslims. You cannot do this. It's not that we don't have the right to do it, but it takes time to be able to do this, rightly speaking. So this is why zakat could address under the subject of fisabilillah, we can address also this lack of scholarship, for example. Also, because people also, even if you speak with the youth, they need local imams and local scholars who can answer the questions and be able to guide them through their challenges in life. And most of that is also about building the future of Islam and also for the future generation. And also another important aspect before, because maybe some people have questions, the community building is important, because in Switzerland we have 4 official languages. One of them is not really not used a lot, but we have 3 actually really 3 languages which are used, like German, French, and Italian. And zakat can be also a mean to connect the community, to be a mean for community building. Why? Because if the people will use and spend the zakat locally, they can be able to help Muslims who are in need, and to learn about these people who are actually needing money. They have the right to receive zakat, and like this we can also play a major role in community building in Switzerland, inshallah. So yes, so this is what I want to say. As I said, we started since some month now. We are actually beginning, and it's a long journey ahead of us. But there is which is also beautiful about zakat. It is really elastic. It to every context adapt and be used in the way that to address the need of the place that where Muslims are living.
Brother Saldif, I think you're on mute again. You can unmute again.
I'm not muted. I just I addressed all my points, so I wanted to know if there is any question or from.
All right. I think if you finish your talk, I think we are about to finish. We had its own session for the question and answer, and we are finished. All right. So thank you to my brother from Switzerland. All right. Brother Saad has just delivered his speech. Even though we faced some technical issue, but that was so meaningful for our topic today. So I have received many questions here, but unfortunately we can't proceed with the question and answer session due to the time limitation. So sorry. Well, my sister and brothers who are watching now, both in Basnas TV and with us now in Google Meet, I'm about to conclude our discussion today. All right, our speakers from different countries have shared the understanding of the role of youth in the global Zakat campaign, notably in Bangladesh, Indonesia, Uganda, Switzerland, and Indonesia. All right, their talks on their recent professional experience in the respective countries along the stories have best explained in what way the role of youth in driving the Zakat campaign, which to an extent, this can represent the answer for the question that our Master of Ceremony, Sister Awa, raised before our discussion. All right, thank you. That's enough for me, I guess. And I turn the session today to Sister Awa. Sister Awa, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Brother Ali. Alhamdulillah, that was a very fruitful and enlightening discussion from Brother Ali and our respected speakers. Inshallah, this discussion has also brought new light and inspiration to everyone at home who is watching. May the young generation continue to uphold Islamic values and contribute to campaigning zakat across the globe. Now, as we know, this symposium is currently being broadcasted live across the globe and participated by the 38 member states of the World Zakat Forum. In Indonesia, we have a common phrase that says, "Tak kenal, maka tak sayang," which translates into, "To care for one another, we must first get to know one another." Therefore, this next session will allow the participants to introduce themselves and will be led by the chairwoman of the World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium Committee, Sister Hafiza Elfira. To Sister Hafiza, the time is yours.
MashaAllah, thank you very much, Sister Arwa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is my pleasure as the chairwoman of the World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium to start this introduction with all delegates. Since you know this is our first ever event of World Zakat Forum Youth, I want to let every delegate to know each other and to also introduce yourself. I will call one by one from each country and its institution. So I hope that every delegate will turn on the camera because they will see each other, and please mention your name and your position. First of all, I would like to call my colleagues from Indonesia. There are actually some Zakat institutions here from Basnas, Dompet Duafa, Rumah Zakat, Inisiatif Zakat Indonesia, and Forum Zakat. First, for our colleagues from Basnas, you can unmute your microphone. Yes, first, I think from Basnas, we have Sister Astika. Hello, Sister Astika. Yes, besides Sister Astika, we have Brother Fahmi Ali as the moderator of today's discussion. Hello, Brother Fahmi. Yes, you can turn on your microphone first.
Yes, sister. Thank
Yes, you can mention your name and position.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sisters and brothers in this room, I am Fahmi Ali Hudayfi and I am a researcher at the Center of Strategic Studies in the National Board of Zakat Republic of Indonesia. And I have a current project with regard to how WZF countries 33 countries in facing of the consequences of COVID-19. That's going to be interesting. So hopefully I can contact you in the near future to perform this research. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Great, thank you, Mr. Fahmi. And also our sister Arwa is the master of ceremony. You can mention your title, maybe your position in Basnas.
Yes, thank you, Sister Hafiza. Hello, everybody. My name is Arwa Filaditya Arasakta. Usually people call me Arwa. And I am also a researcher at the Strategic Center at Basnas Republic of Indonesia. And I'm very happy to be here and to meet you all. And I hope that we can contact each other further in the future. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Sister Arwa. And then Brother Randy. I think you've known Brother Randy as the speaker.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, my name is Randy. I'm the head division of Zakat Utilization. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Brother Randy. And then Brother Farid Sepian. We have Brother Farid here.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farid Septian. I'm from Basnas as the social managers. Nice to meet you all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And then Brother Faris Amiruddin. We have Brother Faris here. Brother Faris, sorry. All right, maybe he still mute the microphone. Okay, next to Sister Hanifa. Hello, Sister Hanifa.
Hello, Sister Hafiza. Thank you for inviting me to this insightful and wonderful symposium of World Zakat Forum International. So I'm Hanifa Muslima from Basnas Provinsi Jawa Barat. I'm the funding department head of Basnas Provinsi Jawa Barat. Thank you.
Nice, thank you, Sister Hanifa. Right, now we go to the next institution, Dompet Duafa. We have Sister Selfie Safitri. Are you here? Sister Selfie?
Oh, yeah, hello. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Everyone, hello. I'm Selvi Safitri. You can call me Selvi. I'm from International Partnership Division, Dompet Duafa. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you. And then, do we still have Brother Afan from Dompet Duafa? I think not. Maybe Brother Prasetyo, please. Hello, Brother Prasetyo. Yes, you can unmute first.
Okay.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Prasetyo Wibowo. I am from IMZ Dompet Duafa, Zakat Management of Institute. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you. And then next from Rumah Zakat, we have Sister Hana Afifah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Nice to meet you all. Thank you for inviting me today. I am Hana Afifa from Rumah Zakat. My title is Global Networking Officer in the International Department. I hope, inshallah, in the next future, I can contact everybody here.
Great, thank you. And we also have Mr. Rifki, Brother Rifki Fakhruddin from Rumah Zakat.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Rifki Fakhruddin. You can call me Rifki. I'm from Rumah Zakat. In position is researcher and innovation center in Rumah Zakat. So nice to meet you all.
Thank you. And then we have brothers and sisters from Initiative Zakat Indonesia, or EASY, Sister Nurul Fitri and Sister Dea. Hello. Hello, Sister Fitri.
Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone.
Yes, Waalaikumsalam.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, thank you for inviting Initiative Zakat Indonesia. And sorry, I want to introduce. I am Sister Fitri for Initiative Zakat Indonesia, and I'm positioned in Manager Marketing Communication. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we still have Sister Nurul Fitri from EASY?
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Sister Dea, please.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dea Sifa from Health Division, or specifically Rumah Singgah Pasien, Rumah Inisiatif Zakat Indonesia. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And then we move to our neighborhood, Malaysia. First from Lembaga Zakat Negeri Kedah. I know there are two delegates here, Dr. Hafiza Zainal. Okay, or Brother Zaidi Azizan. Are you here? Yes. Dr. Hafiza, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, moderating. Thank you, Sister Hafiza. We have a same name here. I'm Hafiza Zainal, Think Organizer, Committee of Zakat Forum, Young Amil Professional Symposium, and all participants. My designation is Manager of Kedah Zakat Board International Research Center, and I'm representative of Malaysia. Nice to meet all of you, brothers and sisters. Stay tuned for tomorrow's discussion. Thank you.
Yeah, you will be the speaker for tomorrow. And hello, Brother Azizan. Yes,
Hello,
brother.
Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you for inviting us from Malaysia. I'm represented from Lembaga Zakat Negeri Kedah. Glad to see our brother and sister in a Zakat institution. Thank you for inviting us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And then we move to Lembaga Zakat Selangor. We have Brother Halis.
Assalamualaikum. I'm from Lembaga Zakat Selangor. I'm working in the strategy department of Zakat Selangor. Nice to meet you all, brothers and sisters. Hope to connect in the future.
Inshallah. Thank you. Move to Sister Siti Nordiana. Hello, Sister Siti. Or maybe Brother Fatir bin Sulaiman. I think not. Right. Now we move to UITM. We have here Brother Malik. Please, brother. Hello, Brother Malik.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In a very good afternoon. Okay, I'm Muhammad Abdul Malik Muhammad Shah from UITM Sangan Melaka. Precisely from the Department of Laws, UITM Sangan Melaka. I'm also a member of the Center for Islamic Philanthropy and Social Finance, UITM Sangan Melaka. Nice to meet all of you and happy iftar. Thank you.
Thank you. And Sister Mariam and Sister Shahrina from UITM.
Hello, Mrs. Hafiza. It's time to berbuka.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Ishadul Halim, for reminding. So, brothers and sisters, we are in Jakarta having, maybe in Malaysia as well, having the iftar time. So please allow us to drink a little bit, while actually maybe we can wait for the adhan first. Okay, we will wait for the adhan and then we will start again to introduce the rest of the delegates. Okay, happy iftar for those who have break the fast. I think from our brothers and sisters in Jakarta, in Indonesia, Malaysia also have the iftar time now. Right, now we can continue to our brother from Brunei Darussalam. Hello, brother Matahir. Are you still here? All right. I think we can move to our brother from Bangladesh, brother Arman Sarkar. Hello, brother Arman. Okay, maybe brother Munir or brother Shahriar Kabir from Bangladesh.
Yes, this is Munir. My name is Munir Ibn Hafiz Bhaiya. I am the manager, PR and corporate affairs at Center for Zakat Management Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Also, we have brother Saad, as the speaker from Switzerland.
Assalamualaikum. This is Shahriar Kabir,
Hello.
Center for Zakat Management, Bangladesh. I'm Assistant General Manager, Monitoring, Evaluation, and Research. Thank you. Thank you all for organizing such a good event.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. And then we have brother Saad from Switzerland. Yes, brother Saad. Okay, I move to Ghana. We have sister Fatima Yakubu. Hello, sister Fatima. Okay, maybe move to South Africa. We move to South Africa. We have brother Sheikh Arif Shaikh. We have brother Arif. All right. And then we have brother Namungo Hamza. Brother Namungo is the speaker. Yeah. And then from brother Yusuf Maruf and Yusuf Ismail from Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation. Are you here? Yes, you can unmute, brother. Please.
Yes, I'm online.
Yes, great. Hey, brother Yusuf. Okay, maybe for the internet connection. Can we continue? Right, to Nigeria.
Hello.
Okay, brother Yusuf, please introduce yourself.
I'm Yusuf Ismail from Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation, Nigeria.
Yes. Hello? Yes, hello, brother Maruf.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I am Yusuf Maruf.
All right, thank you.
This is Chief Officer.
Great. Thank you. You're coming from the same institution, right? With brother Yusuf Ismail?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Then we move to, I think we have here brother Rahman Okay. Please, brother, you can introduce yourself. Yeah, please unmute first. Hello, brother. Yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Waalaikumsalam.
Maruf Yusuf.
Yeah. Thank you, brother Maruf. And then we also have brother Buhari Lawal Maidoki, Muzamil Lawal Maidoki, and brother Abdul Rahim Lawal Maidoki. Are you here, brother?
Yeah, Assalamualaikum.
Great. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm Buhari Lawal by name. I'm Media Assistant to the Executive Chairman of Sokoto State Zakat and Endowment Commission, Sokoto, Nigeria. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you, brother. And then from Zanzibar, we have 3 brothers here. Dr. Abdullah, Brother Hassan, Brother Adil.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Hassan Alikombo. First of all, I would like to thank for the opportunity to attend this event and thank you all members and presenters. I'm head of the Zakat Unit and Aid from Waqf and Trust Commission. Thank you to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too. And then Dr. Abdullah Usi. Hello, Dr. Abdullah Usi. Can you hear me? Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Adil Abdulaziz from Waqf and Trust Commission. My position is as a programmer or IT software developer in Waqf and Trust.
Great.
I would like to thank this opportunity. It is the first time to communicate in World Zakat Forum, and we hope, inshallah, to join soon in the World Zakat Forum and to cooperate in order to make good opportunity in Zanzibar to become more donors in order to participate to appropriate in our country. Because the Work and Trust Commission is since 1905. We got more knowledgeable from this meeting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. Also, we have brothers and sisters from Forum Zakat. I think from Forum Zakat, we have some delegates. Brother Fahrizal Amir, Sister Dwi Nur Handayani, and Mr. Nana Sudiana. Okay, I think we've started the iftar in Jakarta. So, right. Thank you very much for introducing yourself. I think that we can continue to introduce ourselves, our institution later in our group. And now it's my turn to also close this day one symposium. I would like to thank our Director of Zakat and Wakaf Empowerment, the Ministry of Religious Affairs, Republic of Indonesia, Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, and Executive Secretary of World Zakat Forum. Also, brothers and sisters, delegates from 15 countries, and also audiences of this live streaming symposium on Basnas TV YouTube channel. We are very proud to conduct this first ever World Zakat Forum International Online Symposium, despite of any adjustment to the system, such as the online meeting portal that we face today, also the meeting facilities and the time difference between countries, because we usually hold the World Zakat Forum annual conference offline. I think today we have successfully managed the online symposium. I also noticed that there are more than 60 delegates join the forum. and also with speakers and more than 100 viewers on YouTube channel with some questions raised on the live chat box. I hope that we've gained new knowledge from our brilliant speakers, also from the dynamic Q&A with the moderator. Tomorrow we will hold the second day of Symposium, which will be more interesting because we will have speakers from USA, UK, Malaysia, Canada, Saudi Arabia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and also there will be World Zakat Forum Youth Resolution. Right, so thank you for your time joining this first day of the Symposium. I return back the session to our Master of Ceremony. Please, Arwa.
Thank you, Sister Hafiza. Alhamdulillah, that was a lovely introduction session. We hope to get to know you all and always stay in touch and to further strengthen our bonds as Muslim brothers and sisters, and always uphold the values of zakat. Dear brothers and sisters, we have finally reached the end of day 1 World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium. I hope you all enjoyed the discussions today. Don't forget that we still have amazing speakers and more fruitful discussions tomorrow on day 2. May you all have a blessed Ramadan. Thank you for participating in the first day of the World Zakat Forum Youth Symposium. We hope to see you all tomorrow. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.